How we doing? Lions. Bugatti boys. Previously on Kimba TV. Yeah, but 27.6, and here's the thing, this is gonna get swept. The 28, this is gonna get swept, y'all. That's gonna get swept, because that's a bad top. If it pulls back, I'm long. If it goes, I'm gonna wait until it's short on that sweep. I think it's gonna blast through this 27.6. Yeah, this actually kind of looks good. Yeah, so I mean, either you're in a short already and your stop loss is right there, or your short is here, and then maybe TP it here. Yeah, this is interesting right here. Yeah, let me redo some TA. I just got here, but Michelle says nope, already did short the first sweep. Yeah, we'll see it in a little bit here. S&P still has more room to go down. Like we talked about, 43.80, 43.90 is what we're aiming for on S&P. So we'll see what happens at daily candle close. I need to try and schedule some stuff, move some stuff around so I can try to do a long stream with you guys again tonight. Coke Zero says, Bugats, I took that short. Good shit, good shit. Yeah, this is your first attempt right here. It's pixeling on 786, right? Stop loss behind 886. Or you could even do like a higher high, I guess, if you really wanted to. It depends on how you want to play these sweeps. You know, if you're going to take this, then your stop loss has to be above the 886. So that's kind of far away. You also have this sweep right here. And like interesting single print. So first attempt on the short, second attempt on the short, third attempt on the short, and then TPs would be around 26.6 probably. Yeah, let me redo some of my TPO stuff. I got to look at the TPO for S&P too. Yeah, the high looks pretty good, so we'll see if they want to sweep the 27.7. What was the other one? 28.2, right? Coke Zero is asking 27.6, 27.7. Yeah, so this is still an okay place. You know, like we said, first attempt, second attempt, third attempt. But this is not that strong. So I think it would either be this or this, to be honest. Julian says, I'm a TP semi long at 27.6. Yeah, that's a good idea, but 28.2 looks real good. Shano says, do you think the higher 4-hour closure gives us a better chance of going higher, or does it not matter? I don't think it really matters. It's really just about, can you identify the levels? Can you read the data? Yeah. I mean, like, even before, like, we could tell, hey, like, we're going to try to long, you know? We were waiting for the single print, so we never got it, right? We wanted this bitch to get swept. Okay? We wanted one more sweep. You know, I'm fucking waiting right there, right? We didn't get the sweep, and it left and it went. That's okay. Point of control. Pixel perfect point of control. Okay? And that's why it's important to understand what the single prints are. Single prints are used for what? Stop loss definition and also to stop loss hunt, right? It's not a support area. It's not used for entries. And so where did it bounce from? Pixel perfect point of control, right? So right here, I TP'd my long, right? Kimba box short, right? And we didn't take this short, but we knew that we wanted to long that. We could, the execution's a little bit, right? But are we reading the markets correctly? Not that hard. So sometimes we don't get it, but we know that it's going to go back, right? We could tell right away, even before it dumped. So don't worry so much about the execution. Just focus on, are you reading everything correctly? Skinny says, would you short Kimba box 27350? I'll do it for science. The thing that would turn me off would be the same things that always turn me off um, the day before FOMC. The closer that we get to Macaulay Culkin, the less I would be interested in taking it because I feel like I'm just going to get stopped out during Macaulay Culkin hour pre FOMC. That's what usually ends up happening. Doesn't matter if it's a short or a long, whatever fucking position I'm in before Macaulay, usually the pale motherfucker stops me out. Because I always talk about I want to be in a position pre-FOMC. I want to go into FOMC with a position. And then if Jerome Powell stops me out, then it's all good. He got me. Right? And so, like, lo and behold, I'll have a juicy-ass position, and then his pale ass will come and get me. So, yeah, the closer that we get, the less it would, be attractive for me, Skinny. But from a mathematical standpoint, yeah, it's not bad. Here's the other thing too, Skinny. We've been watching this thangity thang thing. You see that 27550? There is it's what we would call like a bad high. Chart champs will call it like a poor high, or I think that's what Eagle calls it. But I call it a bad high. Like when you get like a salvia instead of lettuce. But yeah, so you could get one more sweep. That would be basically like the one thing that would, deter me from taking it. Now, if we get a quick rise and a quick rejection, then that's okay. And just put I would just be aware of that sweep and what usually happens during Macaulay the day before FOMC and just, continue to maximize profits. So yeah, if you want to, I wouldn't do like a normally sized short, maybe like a smaller one. Takao says, what could happen in that hour today? Yesterday, nothing happened at all. That's a great opportunity to kind of highlight what you want to conceptually get good at, Takao. So you're always going to have questions like that, whether I'm streaming or whether somebody is on Discord or whatever. So the question would be, what could you do to figure that out yourself? Because you're going to always want to do that no matter what you stumble upon. So the best thing would be to take a look at what Macaulay Culkin hour did based off of the last 7-8 FOMCs, right? So what you want to be is the guy that says, hey, man, I checked out the last 7-8 previous day Macaulay Culkin and noticed that almost all of them had at least a minimum $500 move. All right. But whether it's that question or whether it's a div question, the data is always there for you, Takao. You just got to be the one curious enough to seek it out. Okay. And even if somebody told you the answer, they might be fucking with you. They might be wrong. So you always want to be the guy that just goes back and looks at everything yourself and you know exactly what the data is showing you. But I would say maybe like 60%, like I would just say a tad bit better than 50-50 that we'll see some sort of volatility. All right. I would say maybe if you looked at the last 8, you probably have volatility on half. Well, as you can probably imagine, that behavior is a subset of self-control and self-discipline, usually. So if you know deep down inside you're revenge trading and you know deep down inside you shouldn't do it, but you can't help yourself, if that's the problem, then that's more of a personality, like psychoanalysis type of thing. And you can definitely nerd out on like behavioral science and, stuff like that. The simplest thing is you just got to have a plan. And so if your plan was to revenge trade, meaning, okay, I'm in a long right now, but if we lose golden pocket and if it bounces from 786 and it looks like there's a bearish div, I'm going to flip short. And if that's the plan, then I think it's okay. If you're just FOMOing in and out, that just might be just an internal self-discipline and self-control, emotional control issue. Might not be related to anything trading-wise at all. And I think Featherhead also, like, again, exposing yourself to the stimulus, the frequency of exposure is going to desensitize you to a lot of the knee-jerk reaction that a lot of beginner traders have. So if your sample size on a golden pocket is 100 golden pockets, or your sample size is 3 to 6 months, I mean, you haven't seen shit. So sometimes it's just a matter of self-awareness and knowing, okay, I tried once. Clearly, I was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't try again right away. Sometimes it's a self-awareness instead of a self-discipline thing. So only you'll truly know what the issue is. Once you do, there's whether it's psychology books, behavioral science, purely from a trade and risk management standpoint. Maybe you have like a hard, I'm only going to risk this much money, or I'm only going to lose this much money type of thing. So lots of different ways to go about it, but it's a universal thing that we all struggle with. So lots of different ways to fight it. Noki says, bro, close above 26.8 today and we bullish? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, we've been bullish since 25, so I don't exactly know where you're pulling that number, but it's already been bullish. Yeah, we talked about if this comes back, longing that, there's a it just pixeled golden pocket. So no, I wouldn't say that. It's already been bullish, Noki. And I guess you could look for like a 26,350 sweep too, but that is not cool, man. Is there anybody looking at that 350 sweep? Or maybe you're saying, fuck it, let's go to 27.6. 27.650 is a nice sweep too. Like we've been talking about all morning, the easiest thing will be to just do a full rotation down to 26.6, right? But obviously the market makers know that that's the by the book shit. So why not sweep one more time on top before we do that, right? Bugatti. 26.6 would be really, really nice. The most highest probable move. Let's get it. Bugatti math. And if you've been able to follow this shit since the beginning, you got a treat, because understanding why, that's a legit place to possibly try to take a short. Watching the golden pocket reaction here. You know what I mean? Death by crit. This looks trapperino in my opinion. I mean, you don't want to do looks like. So when it's a trap, it means that somebody got trapped, right? So you're going back and you're looking at whether open interest spikes, right? And then after that, you're looking at the open interest delta to see if it's negative, right? And then if you're going to be on the 15-minute or 1 hour, you got to make sure that the CVD, at least a hidden bear or a bull, is there. But you got to go by the book, right? So, yeah, don't say, I wouldn't go by this looks trapperino. That's basically retail way of thinking. So just remember the data is all there. You know what I mean? It either trapped or it didn't. Take a look at the open interest delta on EXO. So right now, I don't know if you can see, but it's plus 8.8 million. No one is trapped. Okay? Just let the math tell you. Don't do like the guessing shit. You basically, the problem with that is you don't know if you actually are interpreting the market correctly or not. Because basically, like half the time, you're going to just randomly be right. And that's basically how people get wrecked. So at the end of the day, if you can't read the data correctly, the math is going to play out. That's why 92% of retail traders lose money. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but they just get into this habit of never really learning, never really analyzing, never really thinking about probabilities, and it's just a bunch of looks like, smells like, feels like. So yeah, just take a look at the the data. But right now, the open interest delta is now positive 9.8 million. So is there any sort of imbalance? Probably not. But it's FOMC tomorrow, so, I don't know if you want to just isolate TA on crypto. So when does China open? Okay, and you got 90 minutes for any sort of weird decorrelation, but, yeah, on the daily, you're going to be looking for 43, like 80, right around here. Right there, 43.80. Everything is just pixel perfect, so we'll see if the harmonics come into play. Otherwise, we have that sweep up there. Should be pretty straightforward. Another simple day, ladies and gentlemen. Unixo says, do you have any plan for FOMC? Yes, we already went over it all day. We tried to wait. It's still the same thing, Unixo, 27.6, 26.6. So identify the levels. But yeah, it hasn't really changed, Unixo. Unixo says, OKX lads getting liquidated left and right. Yeah, I mean, look, this is where you short. This is where you short. This is where you short. This is where you might want to long. This is where you might want to long. Anything else, like you said, just let retail get fucked. It's going to just continue to bait people, you know, the impatient people, the people that didn't organically know to enter. It'll make them want to chase the train, get them trapped, boom, reverse the other way. So, alrighty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to continue to work on the S&P stuff. I'm trying to resell all of my VPSs right now, so... Ooh, tomorrow's gonna be nuts, so ladies and gentlemen. We got FOMC. I'm hoping that this jet is booked. I don't really know, but shout outs to NetJets, okay, and their shitty email confirmation platform. Yep. So I'm gonna be flying to Miami tomorrow. As soon as the FOMC stream is done, Thursday, Friday might be a yacht stream. It's for sure gonna be on the laptop, I think. So. All right, you guys, I'll try to get on relatively quickly. I might be like 30, 40 minutes late after market open, but let's just jump right into gammas. This is it for today. So I think we can look at it again, but we already saw it in the morning. So we'll take a look at tomorrow's and see how S&P wants to move. Shoutouts to the International Lions. It's up to you guys now. We got harmonics coming into play here, right? We'll see. Stay safe. Invalidations are pretty clear, at least. And then we got this. I don't know how long we've been waiting for this fucker, but... Okay. Pretty good confidence with that sweep. You got single print up there, so you know what you can do. All right, market makers, I am taking off. Hey, longers, shorters, rooting for each and every one of you guys. Stay safe. All right, just let the math guide you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't FOMO in. All right, be patient. Manage your risk. Stay safe, y'all. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Peace, everybody. Sato, take it away.